Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome back to another episode of Solari Tarot. It's Greg here. Finally, where have I been, right? I'm back to do some episodes and I'm feeling like I've been on a great journey. Some of you guys know, but for those of you that don't know, I was doing my usual job of singing and playing piano on a cruise ship. And so I've just been traveling and going on this journey and learning how to heal up a lot of things and traumas that have inflicted in my life. And so I'm back now. I'm feeling invigorated to help, but if I'm not feeling strong within myself, I don't want to waste your time. So let's waste no time now either and get right into the reading. But I do want to let you guys know I'm not accepting any personal readings right now, okay? Just doing these for now. Taurus, what do we have for Taurus? What's our message for Taurus? February 2020, what is our message for Taurus? February 2020, what message do we have here for Taurus? Taurus, we're going to pull an oracle card for you here first, and then we'll move into the normal tarot. We don't want that many. Taurus, guys, you have like 100 cards wanting to come out. No. Taurus, February 2020. Okay, you know what? We're going to take them all, because if I don't take them all, I'm not going to get them. So let's see what we got. Wow. Let's talk here. We have so many cards that have come out. I've never seen this many cards come out for any sign before, Taurus, but we have a really big shifting moment for you moving into February, which is interesting because we do have a retrograde coming in. So, but it looks like for you, there's not going to be much of a focus on anything going haywire. It looks like things are really falling into place for you here as we move into the month of February. There is this strong and soft person being created simultaneously here in the month of February. We're going within, we're reflecting on where we've been as we finish the first month of 2020. We're realigning just to make sure that we're still focused, right? We have focus and self-reflection here. So I think in some way we're trying to make sure that we're staying on our game, focused, prepared. But the winds of change are blowing, Taurus. We have change here. And we have resistance. So there could certainly be a message for you here in the month of February, Taurus, to not be resistant to any kind of change that's coming, because it's self-love and pleasure. We're moving into a really beautiful space. So if you are feeling the winds of change tugging on you, it could be telling you to go with the flow here and to not have any resistance to the change, to stay focused on your goals and on your ambitions, where it is that you'd like to be, but certainly to move into a pleasurable kind of energy here. Let's go ahead and check the tarot. What's our message for February 2020 for Taurus? February 2020, Taurus. What's our message here? Okay. So we have the Three of Wands coming out here, right? Followed by the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Five of Swords, followed by the Three of Swords as well. Let me be clear, Taurus. This time of change that you're moving into, and I'm seeing the moon so strong here, and this is a lunar deck, so of course I'm going to see the moon, but I'm really drawn to it here in the illustrations and this shifting of your life. You know, I think that you've been reduced to a new moon, folks, to a rebirth, to a change, and I think that your past, Taurus, recently has been could be quite hard. You know, some of you guys are trying to get involved with a certain kind of business that you've been pitching ideas and no one's been picking up the sale, or no one's been picking up your idea, and you're kind of wondering if you should walk away from this career that you've been walking down. You're wondering if you're cut out for the job, but you're not thinking about whether you're happy or not, which is what this energy of pleasure is really trying to say, that there's a movement toward calmer waters here for you, Taurus, but you could be feeling a little bit of resistance to that energy coming in, obviously because we see it here, but also because it looks like you've been hurt recently, or there's been some pain that you've been going through. There could have been an unequal give and take here with somebody. If you're talking about a relationship here, there certainly could have been some infidelity here, or some sort of third party that could have been involved here. Now, listen, this is not meant to freak you out, so if you don't know that there's a third party, there probably isn't. But yeah, you guys have the cards flying out, Taurus. You have the 3 of Cups. You have the 9 of Swords. You have the Chariot. And you have the King of Wands. Somebody could be dealing with certainly a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You know, I don't know if you can feel it right now, Taurus, but you're actually moving bravely ahead, and you're moving. I'm just trying to adjust that light, guys. I know the lighting kind of sucks tonight, but I don't feel like that's the most important thing. We're certainly moving, Taurus, into a place where we're having to really rejoice that things don't feel so painful as they have felt recently. And I think that there is a rejoicing that's taking place, but it's simultaneous with a late night fear that we're headed in the wrong direction, or a late night guttural idea that we're not going to be successful, or that we're not going to accomplish what it is that we want. But followed with that uncertainty is these 2 cards coming up, the Chariot and the King of Wands, indicating a very strong willpower to succeed and move forward and become. You see, there's still juice in the tank, so to speak, Taurus. So if the reading is feeling like all juice is lost, that's certainly not the case here for you. You still have power. Your earth is not shattering down. I think that's already happened. I think somebody could have come in and swooped you up or helped you out with the 6 of Pentacles in some way, perhaps financially, or, you know, there was a third party here that maybe helped you get out of a situation, but you're still worried about it. But I love this focus card coming out for you here, up in the Lunar Oracle deck as well, because this focus, self-reflection, self-love, it looks like the cards are really changing for you in a more positive way, but there's a shift coming that's quite positive. So I will still agree with the sentiment that the Mercury retrograde shouldn't be quite hard for you, but I will also follow that up with the fact that some of you could be experiencing nightmares, or just feeling like you're not sleeping well, or there's just something in your belly that's got you feeling down and you can't quite identify what it is. Just a perhaps depression. And for those of you living in the Western Hemisphere and you're in the winter, that is a common thing for people to get, seasonal depression for sure. But once again, Taurus, you're focused into where you're going. You're not worried. As you shouldn't be. The winds of change are blowing, but they're blowing in a favorable wind for you here. That's a good thing to hear, because they're not always, folks. All right, let's clarify a little. Tell me about the 3 of Wands for Taurus, February 2020. 3 of Wands. Okay, so we have the Emperor that's come out here. This is planning for the future, and once again, I gotta say, I think the winds of change that are blowing for you, particularly Taurus, are ones that you're really prepared for. You know, it looks like you're really getting down to business in February and trying to be responsible and well put and well timed and well mannered. You're working hard on whatever it is that you're working, and I gotta say, if it's clarifying the 3 of Wands, that could certainly be forming a long-term idea. I think whatever it is here that's gone down in this 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords energy, certainly to me, looks like this is a concreting or a recovering, really. Because the Three of Swords is a scary card, right? But it really isn't so much about the heartbreak as it is about the healing of what was broken. So let's ask about the Six of Pentacles here. Six of Pents, what do we got? Six of Pentacles, what do we got? The King of Swords, once again, a very focused, mentally clear energy for you moving into February, and I think that this is good because it looks like whatever you've been going through has kind of prohibited you from feeling like secure and strong. And look at these clarifying cards that are coming out here. These are very strong archetypes, masculine energies, but they're very, very structured and organized, and things are well planned out. So I'm left to believe that you guys are planning well for what's happened. Tell me about the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. The Chariot. You know, wow, you know, this is really interesting. This is the second time that the Chariot's coming out. Whatever it is that you've been through, because this is clarifying the Five of Swords, it's over now. You're moving bravely ahead. There's a strong willpower and discipline attributed to this card, and I want to keep repeating to you, Taurus, I'm feeling that you're strongly motivated, and I think, to be honest, you're well planned. I think that you just need the reminder that whatever it is that's gone down here is over now. You've moved on from it. You can move on from it. You can let the horizon be sunny again. Tell me about the Three of Swords here. The Two of Wands. Once again, this is planning after chaos. Whatever went down, I think you took a period of time to heal, and I think you're finding a reason to rejoice, and I think that's giving you the motivation to move forward with all hands on deck, especially both of your own. But there is still a deep down feeling or fear around what's happened and what's gone down in your life. There could be a little bit of paranoia here, I'm not going to lie. Tell me about the Nine of Swords here for Taurus. Just wondering if what you've moved on from is really in the past, or whether it's going to continue to, you know, affect you now. We have the Knight of Pentacles. You know, to be honest with you, I almost want to translate this Knight of Pentacles as really trying to indicate us clarifying the Nine of Swords and Earth energy, which would be really necessary here in terms of grounding. I think that grounding practices right now could be really good for you. For those of you that are not familiar with what those are, you could do anything. Meditation would be really great. Focusing or rooting earth energy. You know, a lot of pagans will do a practice with their hot beverages, with their tea or their coffee. They'll do a grounding ritual. They'll take a moment and really sink into the space around them, really kind of channel that earth energy, that grounded, balanced, prepared, focused. You know, I think that when it comes to the exterior of you right now, Taurus, you've really got things figured out. And I think with the interior, you certainly have done a lot of healing and moved in a good direction. However, I do think that it's important for you to know that your recovery is ongoing. So it does need to be paid attention to. Whatever it is that you've been going through, or that you're now at the ass end of, or you're seeing that light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. But don't forget that recovery is not linear, and that it doesn't always happen in the time frames that therapy can even suggest. Sometimes you really have to continue to pay attention and really allow yourself to heal and be cognitive that you're healing, right? Tell me about the Three of Cups. Because, you know, the thing is, especially I've noticed this in my life too, folks, is that sometimes when I am enjoying a blissed out moment of life where I'm feeling totally just high on the fact that I'm alive, and it feels just great to be on the planet and to be a part of it all, often there's a little paranoia back there in the back of my mind, right? That's got this suggestion for me that is like, you know, you're not really going to be important to the world around you, you know, or what's coming now? What's next? You know? So you are so paranoid of what's next that you forget to really enjoy the good moments, which are supposed to really help enlighten you and refresh you for more. And you have all of those cards here suggesting that. So, and here's the Ace of Cups. There's a celebration that's being had for some of you. For some of you, this could be a really fortifying relationship, or a reconciliation of somebody that you've known. Tell me about the Chariot. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, I want to really, really continue to clarify that whatever it is that went down that was so devastating is not the present, it's the past. At the time of watching this, the trauma, most of the damage the damage has all been done, right? So now we're just healing from some past event. I don't know if the end of 2019 was particularly rough for you, but this is something you're going to have to cognitively move on from. Tell me about the... Okay, yeah. We have the Page of Cups. My cat is even instructing me. Yes, the cat is speaking his very important message. We have the Eight of Swords, Page of Cups, on the King of Wands. Some people could be harboring a childhood limitation that is still affecting them to this day. It's affecting their ability to be fully in, or 2 feet in. And I think part of this grounding Emperor, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, kind of very grounded but disciplined energy, this focus that's being presented to you in the month of February, Taurus, perhaps is asking of you to really conquer anything that has been a part of your childhood, a fear, a limitation that you felt, or something that, you know, as we know with the Eight of Swords, this is a perpetuation of something mentally that usually we could release in our own energy if we really wanted to. So take a look at those things. Is there something that maybe you need to let go of and kind of forgive yourself for to move forward? Because certainly you're moving towards lighter ground, right? Calmer water, so to speak. But you need to stay focused because you're getting close. You're getting close to a really special moment in your life. So don't let any of this past trauma get you down now. It's done in the past. The dead you is old and gone, and you are having a total opportunity to start this slate clean again. I would take it, Taurus. I think there's always a special message in starting over. So don't be afraid to do that. That's been a really big message for a lot of the signs this month, especially with the new moon, as we, you know, move into a Mercury retrograde that will end on March 9th or 7th, one of the two. You know, so there could be some challenging thoughts, some thoughts of the past, some small paranoias, but overall you're really focused and in control. I don't see you losing the reins of your horse by any means. So that's good news. Guys, I appreciate that you would give me the time I need to live my life, you know. Life for me, nothing is for sure. The universe will guide you in so many different directions, sometimes in a short period of time. And you guys know that I love the channel, but also traveling and being a part of the big world out there and doing my part as a human being to become and to live in the reality of what it means to be a human being. Sometimes giving you messages is not good for me, right? Because perhaps I'm not strong enough. And when I stopped recording, I certainly was not. I just needed to go do some work on myself and feel better, and I am doing that. So I'm happy to be back, and I'm, you know, making no promises to you. I don't know. I'm just giving you messages as they come. But I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful February. Make sure to stay very focused this month. That's a big thing for you. And don't be afraid of anything from your past. It's all bullshit. Move on. You got this. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.